Welcome to Trivia Tangents, the podcast where we turn everyday passions into surprising trivia deep dives. I'm your host, Lena, and each week I quiz a friend or family member on something they know way too much about, turning everyday passions into trivia gold. We all know that on trivia night, the bigger the team, the better you'll play. That's why I bring the team together here on Trivia Tangents. Today's guest is my Auntie Sarah, who's here to talk all about Hawaii. So get ready for some fun facts you'll definitely want for your next trivia night. Hi, Auntie. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
So today we're obviously discussing Hawaii.
I'm definitely not an expert.
I know she's not an expert. You've lived there for 6 years, but you are definitely a local at this point, so you pretty much know what you're talking about.
50% of the time, and the other 50% of the time is unwarranted confidence.
Okay.
That I just pretend and hope nobody questions it. But it should be entertaining.
Yes, I think it will be entertaining nonetheless. Is there anything that you want to, start with, disclaimer about Hawaii in general?
Yes, definitely. Like you said, I'm not native Hawaiian. I do maybe like to consider myself local, but I don't know if other people who have, born and raised would consider me local.
Yeah.
Hawaii's really unique and has a really vast cultural legacy and history, and it's been complicated that I don't know if it's necessary to go into all of it.
Yeah.
But definitely if you're interested, do some research. It's super interesting on the history of Hawaii and the monarchy and the overthrow and the illegal annexation into the United States. So that's why, yeah. And I've only been there 6 years, so if I say something wrong or incorrect or invalid, please, listeners, check me. Also, I just want to say that I talk about colonization and contributing to the commercialization of the land and the people, when meanwhile I'm just another white person that has moved there and who's technically contributing to the problem. And yeah, that's not the best. So one thing I think that I try to do is give back to my community. I'm a social worker, so I give back like that and try to teach my kids and other kids on how important it is to steward the land and respect the native culture and buy small local and support like that. So yeah, I acknowledge that I'm part of the problem.
Yeah, I feel like, and that's the best you can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And later in the episode, we'll talk about FarmLink, actually.
One of my favorite things.
Yeah, totally.
I'm always learning.
Same, me too. I feel like my pronunciation has gotten better on certain aspects just because I did spend last summer over there on island. So I feel like I'm a little bit better at pronunciation. I agree. Thanks. It's forever burned in my head. Papua Hanua Moko Okea.
Very good.
Thank
that
you.
wasn't even from On Island. That was from your podcast,
Yes, right? That was from the episode about honu, sea turtles.
Remind me, what was that word mean? Or what did that word mean?
It is a sea atoll, which is a crater.
Oh, that's right.
An island that started as a volcano crater, but it never fully emerged above water.
That's right. And then the sea turtles migrated from there or something, right?
Yeah, they go there to give birth, and it's a really nice sort of safe area for them. And especially because no humans can go there, and there's no stupid tourists standing on the reef.
Right.
Which, makes me really mad.
I do.
So.
Rightfully so.
Cool. Well, we'll be talking about a lot of fun Hawaii things today. I have 3 sections. It was really hard to narrow it down to just 3 sections because there are so many things to talk about in Hawaii, like the animals, the fruits, the weather, the Hawaiian mythology, the Pidgin language, local language,
the food.
Love
the food.
So many different things to talk about. But today we have 3 sections. We're going to talk about movies. We'll talk about a little section on Hawaiian mythology.
Okay.
And then lastly, fruit, because I know you love fruit.
I am. I do. I'm obsessed.
Yes, me too. So shall we dive into section 1?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, trivia question 1. Which of the following films was not physically filmed in Hawaii?
Okay.
A. Pirates of the Caribbean. B. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. C. Crazy Rich Asians. Or D. The Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Oh. Well, I know for sure Forgetting Sarah Marshall was, because there was a spot on the North Shore that I went to a birthday party at, and it was right there. Okay, so I know that one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, so let's...
Did I stump you? Oh my God. I thought you were going to get all these right.
No, I have like zero short-term memory, so I'm really not surprised I'm screwing this one up, or I don't know the answer to this one. Let's just go with the Pirates of the Caribbean.
You're wrong.
Not shocking.
The answer was Crazy Rich Asians. Crazy Rich Asians was not filmed in Hawaii.
That makes a lot of sense.
So, Hawaii is often a stand-in for other tropical locales in Hollywood. So, obviously, Jurassic Park was shot there, in Kualoa Ranch, right? And then I also think Kauai's...
The canyon, the Waimea Canyon.
Yes.
Wait, is that Waimea? Anyway, the canyon.
Anyway. And like Kualoa Ranch in eastern Oahu has this whole like tourist attraction where people can come visit, and I did it. And like, is it east?
I think it's north.
North?
Yeah.
No?
I think it's North Shore.
No, because we drove there.
You can drive to the North Shore.
Yeah, I know.
Would not recommend walking. Takes a while.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. The Kualoa Ranch, we can agree, is on Oahu. So.
Yes, we can get
okay.
that
They have a whole tour of the Jurassic Park set, the film set. Of course, Lost was filmed across Oahu. Pirates of the Caribbean hit up Molokai.
Okay.
So, lots of films were shot in Hawaii. Obviously, it's so beautiful. Like, how can you not? But on the other end of it, it's like these films often ignore the native culture or like use the land as a vague sort of exotic backdrop.
Right.
And a lot of these stories aren't even based in Hawaii. So.
Right. But we have some good ones, or ones that do like positive things. So we recently came out was Finding Ohana. Recently, as in like 4 years ago.
Okay.
That, of course, everything is slightly problematic. Nothing's perfect. But it definitely, I feel like, depicted more of, like, local culture, which was really cool.
That's good. That's good.
Just to jump back, you mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean was filmed on Molokai.
Yeah.
Which is such a cool island. It was where they had the leper colony. So known as Hansen's disease now.
Yes.
So it's not cool that they did that.
Yeah.
But it definitely has a lot of really interesting culture and history. Yeah. And then also the part up top, the regular island where like the other people lived, is super cool. I went there for one afternoon.
Really?
Only like 12 hours. So I didn't have a great like expansive experience, but it was really cool.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
That's awesome. I started reading a book. It was just called Molokai.
Oh, was it about the little girl?
Yes, the little girl who got leprosy and was like sent away to the islands.
Such a good book. So sad.
Yeah.
I read it as a kid, and then when I moved to Hawaii, I read it again. And then I read another book. I think the author is Alan Brennert.
Mm-hmm. It's a male, I remember.
Yeah, it's probably not the right author. But anyway, the author wrote a book called, I think it's called Honolulu.
Okay.
About a Korean picture bride. That it was so interesting. That highly recommended.
I don't even want to know what a Korean picture bride is. That just sounds weird.
It is weird, but it's really interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I never finished the Molokai book. I found it, slight tangent, but I was in an Airbnb in Lake Tahoe. Okay. And they had it. And I was like, oh my God, this is so funny. Like how Lake Tahoe always has Hawaii stuff.
Yeah.
Like...
Meanwhile, I moved from Lake Tahoe to Hawaii.
Yes, exactly. And like one other example is there's a hotel. I think I stayed at like Marriott at Heavenly.
Yeah, and they have the restaurant Kalani or something like that.
Oh my God, yeah. And then also the lotion they provide in their hotel rooms is the Malie lotion that I literally love. And that's where I discovered it. And now every time I go to Hawaii, I buy
Nice.
a new lotion because it's so good. It smells like mangoes.
That's cool. Yeah, there's definitely some cultural overlaps between Tahoe people and Hawaii people.
It's so funny how that happens. Okay, getting back on track here, we were talking about films in Hawaii. Right now we're recording in June 2025, and Lilo and Stitch recently came out.
The live action.
Live action Lilo and Stitch. Are you excited to see it? How do you feel about like live action versus cartoon?
I'm like meh, but I think my kids are really excited to see it.
Yeah, because I forced them to watch the cartoon version when I visited.
Yes, and they love it. They love cartoons and everything. So I know they'll be excited to see it. So it should be good. There's definitely been a lot of promotion on Island.
I know.
I actually saw just the other day that the little girl who plays Lilo was with the governor and signed some sort of proclamation. And it's definitely just a photo op, but I thought it was kind of cute.
That's cute. I didn't even think about it. Like, she definitely lives on Island.
Yeah, I think she does.
Like, that just makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's also the aspect of, it's providing jobs and providing information. And Hawaiian Airlines is doing a big thing. Like, I think there's a Lilo and Stitch airplane, but right now. God. But also then there's a whole side of it of like, oh, look, it's just another time that like the native culture is being commercialized.
Yeah.
So everything is twofold. But
yes,
we are excited to see the movie.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. I'm like waiting for it to come on Disney Plus because like if I have a choice between watching it in a theater full of screaming babies or in my own home for free, I'm going to watch it at home. So I'll wait.
I will go to the theater probably and provide a non-screaming baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And Disney Aulani in the North Shore is probably popping off.
West Side.
Sorry, West Side. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Disney Aulani is probably popping off with the Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, I'm sure.
So out of all the movies filmed in Hawaii that you've seen, what's your fave?
I don't know if I have a fave.
Well, you really perked up when I said Forgetting Sarah Marshall. So maybe that?
Well, that one only because that has... Oh, shoot. What's her name? That's Mila Kunis. And when I was younger, people would be like, that's your doppelganger.
Yes, the eyes.
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, that's my special person.
Yeah.
But now I don't think we look so much alike. And also maybe there's something problematic going on with her and Ashton Kutcher and P. Diddy and all of that. But I don't really know, and I'm trying not to pay attention. So
oh my God, she's part of the Diddler?
Maybe. I
don't know. Horrible.
Maybe. I don't know. But so, yeah. That's why I probably perked up.
Yeah. That movie's really good, but it also makes me sad, but it's like a classic.
I think I've only seen it one time.
Really?
Maybe two. I don't know.
Huh. My favorite movie that was filmed in Hawaii, oh my God, it's so hard to pick. Out of these, all of these ones that we listed, Pirates of the Caribbean is probably my fave. I just am obsessed with Jack Sparrow and the way he runs. Like, one time I met him in Disneyland.
Do they all have to run like that?
Well, I asked him, I was like, can you run for me? Like, can I film you running? And he was like, oh, gladly. And like, he did it, and the whole like,
is it the
drunk dance running? And it's so funny.
That's so funny.
I love it.
I need to go back and rewatch it now that you told me it's filmed on Molokai.
Yeah.
Well, all of them or just the first one?
I don't know. Let's see.
You're being a girl that Googles.
I'm a girl that Googles. Okay, it looks like all of them were filmed, like somewhat filmed in Hawaii. Specifically in Molokai, the Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End was filmed there. Specifically, the scene where Will Turner bids farewell to Elizabeth Swann before becoming the captain of the Flying Dutchman. And that's actually a really sad scene because he says goodbye to her basically forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Go back and watch it.
Okay, cool. Another question for you, Auntie. Do you think Hawaii ever gets stereotyped in movies?
Oh my gosh, yes. So much. It's like this perfect paradise. And don't get me wrong, it's wonderful and I love it. And it's so amazing. But there's so much more to it with the culture and the history, and it's all very complex and nuanced. And also, there's so many bugs.
There are so many bugs.
So many bugs.
I didn't believe you when you first told me that, but after living there for a summer, I believe you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the first year I lived there, I had a really hard time adjusting.
Yeah.
And so whenever I'd come back to visit or talk to somebody and they're like, oh my gosh, how's Hawaii? It must be so amazing. My first answer would always be, there's so many bugs.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I moved there, Bear, my son, was really little and he was crawling. And so where we lived, there was an exterminator that'd come like once a month. And after that, there'd always be a ton of dead cockroaches around. And so there was a time where I went to pick him up and he had like bunch of dead cockroaches stuck to his leg, and it was the most disgusting thing ever. And I was like, I don't want to touch you. Like, I'm like, my poor baby, you're so cute, and this is so gross. And so yeah, Hawaii has a lot of bugs because it's the tropics, and that I was not prepared for that.
Yeah. So, and obviously, like in movies,
yeah, they don't show that part.
They don't show that part. They're only going to show the glamour side of it.
Right.
But yeah, to name some bugs: cockroaches, fleas, red ants,
centipedes, scorpions, cane spiders. I've never seen one. I shouldn't say that out loud because now I'm going to see one.
Oh
but,
my God.
Yeah.
Ew.
And then there's the cost of living. There's the whole, what's the word? Not encouraging, but like helping. No. Anyway, like the whole...
what are you trying to say?
I don't know. I lost it.
Okay.
The like priced out of paradise that we're contributing to like the exploitation of the land and the people. In case it wasn't abundantly clear, I'm one of those really annoying like woke people that
it's not annoying. I think it's really good to be aware of like gentrification.
People that come to the island and are like, oh, people don't live in grass huts or walk around in grass skirts all the time.
What?
There's some really people I think
Wait, people actually think that?
I think so. But nope, it's a real place.
Yep.
We've got real stores, real traffic, real everything.
Yep.
Real people.
Yeah. So I know that you already know that the goddess of fire,
Pele.
I knew you already knew that. So I wanted to amp up the question to make it harder.
Oh no.
And I'm going to start by not giving you multiple choice.
Okay.
And then if you need it, I'll give it to you. And I'll try to pronounce everything correctly.
Okay.
Trivia question 2. Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of fire, is most closely associated with which volcano?
Okay, it's either Mauna Kea or Mauna Loa on the Big Island. No, wait, maybe it's not. Well, those are two active one. No, Mauna Loa is active. Okay, wait, give me my multiple choice.
Wait, now I want to double check. Okay, so here are your multiple choice options. A, Kilauea.
Kilauea, okay.
Kilauea. B, Mauna Kea.
Okay.
C, Haleakala.
Haleakala.
Thank you.
Okay.
D, Pu'u'o'o.
Ooh. Okay, I don't think it's Haleakala.
Okay.
That one's on Maui. You said Mauna Kea, and that's on Big Island.
Yep.
I do know there's controversy and history about it and the telescope. Anyway, look it up. Telescope stuff. Okay, Pele is an older story, so I feel like it would have to be an older volcano. Let's just go Mauna Kea.
No.
Oh!
Wow, I really thought you would get this right. I think the reason I know this is because I'm currently reading the book called Hula, and her hula dance is about Pele.
Okay.
So I kept hearing about it. Anyway, the answer is A, Kilauea.
Okay.
Did I say that right?
I think so.
Kilauea.
I could also be saying it wrong. I don't know. Okay, because the story that I was thinking of is the story about like how on the top of one mountain there's the fire goddess and then there's like a snow goddess and like racing down the mountain to see who wins every winter or something like that. I'm totally butchering it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't for the life of me remember.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's Kilauea.
Okay.
So to give you a little background here, just to sum up her mythology into a short little paragraph, Pele is the fierce, passionate goddess of fire and volcanoes. She is said to live in the Halemauma'u crater.
Oh, that's the one that's currently erupting on Big Island.
Is it?
Okay, and that's not Mauna Loa. You're right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I've been there.
Okay.
And I've read the things where, like, people stop leaving your offerings to Pele if they're not biodegradable. And so, anyway, but yeah, I didn't remember that. Okay.
Yes. So she lives in the Hale Ma'uma'u crater, which is on Kilauea, and it is deeply respected by Hawaiians, obviously. Her legends are woven into natural events like eruptions, lava flow paths, and the transformation of the landscape. Her fiery temperament also symbolizes the creative and destructive forces of nature.
I'm really glad I know that. And I'm sure I'll forget it again, but I'm glad I know it at the moment.
Yeah. There are also famous sightings of quote-unquote Pele in disguise.
Okay, tell me more.
Before volcano eruptions. It's more like folklore, but like, for example, the locals share tales of her appearing as like a hitchhiker or a white dog or a flame.
Ooh.
And it's also, like you said, common to see people leaving offerings at her site and in her honor.
Yeah.
But just make sure it's biodegradable.
Right. Yes.
So how do these sorts of legends shape how locals interact with the nature?
So there's mālama ʻāina or aloha ʻāina.
I love mālama ʻāina.
Right, which basically means like care for the land, and that you really need to respect it, because you're on an island and everything is connected, and you can't break one piece and then expect everything else to work correctly. Mm-hmm. And then also it's all woven into the culture, as it is with many, like pretty much I think all indigenous cultures. They see the connections, they understand it better, that it's taught in the schools. So my kids' school has a whole Aloha ʻāina program. They have gardens. A lot of schools have gardens. There was a new initiative policy that passed about how certain amount of school lunches needs to be provided from like locally sourced sustainable food. And yeah, actually even like the Native Hawaiian origin story features the kalo plant as like the one of the first children or ancestors, which is really cool and just really shows that deep connection to and the importance of the land.
Yeah, I love that. I love that they teach it in schools, and like as a kid, I'm sure it's so much more interesting to hear sort of like the backstory, the mythological like legends that kind of shape the way that you treat the land. And even for me, like as an adult, like it just, I mean, I obviously know to respect the land, the mālama ʻāina, but like it just gives it sort of like a deeper meaning to make you feel more inclined to like actually follow through.
Agreed.
Yeah. So you live near Diamond Head.
Do?
Yes, it's so cool. What's it like living near sacred volcanic land?
It's really cool, and it's amazing to like walk out my door, take my kids to school, or go to the grocery store, and I can look and I can see Diamond Head and it's right there. But then of course any time that you live somewhere, that it's really easy to take these amazing things for granted.
Yeah.
So sometimes I catch myself and I look at it and I was like, oh my gosh, wow, that's so cool. I live right here.
Yeah.
Or, oh, look, it's been raining a bunch and I can tell because the slopes of Diamond Head are really green at the moment. Mm-hmm. And right now, I'm sure when I get home, because it's summer, they will be brown again.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. So we were talking about how legends sort of shape the way you interact with nature.
Yes.
And you mentioned your kids.
Yes.
They learn all about this in school. Do you know if there's any specific Hawaiian myth or legend that they were taught? They
were taught so many. But the first one that pops into my head is the story of these flowers. So there's one of them that grows by the ocean, and there's another one that grows more like mountain. Mm-hmm. So it's the same type of flower, but it's half of one and half of the other.
Oh my God, Sadie was telling me about this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I remember she was telling me this last summer, and I didn't believe her.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't think that's possible.
No, so it is, and it's really cool, and I can't think of what the flowers are called.
I'll look it up.
And I think it's about lovers who were separated. I'm sorry, Sadie. I know you've told me this story numerous times. And it's a really cool story.
That's amazing. Is it the legend of the Naupaka?
That sounds right.
Oh my God.
So, real quick, what is it?
Naupaka, the Naupaka flower.
Okay.
The Hawaiian legend tells the story of how Princess Naupaka and Kau'i, star-crossed lovers who could never be together. The flowers, which only bloom with half petals,
Yeah, that's the one.
symbolizes their separation and the yearning for reunion. One version of the story has Naupaka and Kau'i being separated by the gods and Naupaka tearing a flower in half, giving Kau'i one part as a parting gift. Another version involves goddess Pele,
Oh, interesting.
the goddess of fire, interfering with their love, leading to their separation and the creation of the half flower.
Very cool.
This is crazy to me. This is so full circle because in the book I'm reading called Hula, the family are called the Naupaka family.
Ooh, are they torn apart, star-crossed lovers too?
No, but like the main character, she like goes off to Maui and like escapes for a little bit.
Okay.
And like it's this whole thing. And then she comes back and like they keep referencing this version with Pele where Pele is interfering. It goes back and forth between the story and then this like mythical short story.
Well, then it's a good thing you looked it up.
Yes. And I have chills right now. This is crazy. Oh my God. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for sharing that story. And sounds like Sadie needs to tell you the story again.
Yes.
Naupaka flower.
Yes.
Cool. Love it. Okay, one final question for section 2. Do you feel like living in Hawaii has changed how you think about nature or spirituality?
Yes. Absolutely. But also, to be fair, while I've lived in Hawaii, so I have definitely immersed myself in the culture, but I also went back to school and got a community health worker certification, my bachelor's in social work, and my master's in social work.
Round of applause.
Yes, thank you. Just graduated. And so I've had this whole growth mindset process of just learning more about systematic oppression and all of those things. So would I maybe have gotten this without living in Hawaii? Maybe, but also would I have even went into school? It's a whole rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think it has changed how I think and interact with land and people.
Yeah.
So
I agree. For me too, even though I didn't even like physically live there for that long and like I was basically a visitor.
mm-hmm.
But also I want to call out my yoga teacher here in San Francisco. Her name is Lychee. She spent the last 3 years on Big Island.
Okay.
And her first yoga class that she taught here, with the first one I took, like at the end we were all doing, tree pose, classic yoga pose, right? And she's like, oh, look at this beautiful forest. And like she went on a monologue about like respecting the land. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. And this is, I feel like, something that I've felt has been missing from living here in San Francisco, like something that I miss from Hawaii. And then I went up to her after class and I was like, I really loved this class. Like, I really especially loved your part about mālama ʻāina, and like her face lit up when I said that. And she's like, can I give you a hug? And I was like, yes.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
One thing that I noticed living there is that, there's the whole giant Pacific garbage patch, which is terrible.
Yeah. In the ocean.
Yes, in the ocean. And I know there's other ones, but I've always lived in California or the California coast. And so it was talked about, but I didn't see it as much. Like it didn't, because of the way the currents run, you don't see as much trash washed up on the beach.
In California.
But in Hawaii, you do.
Really?
It's really tragic. And so that really contributed to how I felt about like environmentalism and caring for the land and cutting down on single waste and all of that stuff, because it just stares you right in the face and there's no avoiding it.
Wow. Yeah. That's really good. Like, more people need to know about that.
Yes.
And in Hawaii, they have amazing programs and ways to get involved.
They do.
And one of them's FarmLink.
FarmLink.
Where you can order your groceries direct from the farm, right?
Yes, more or less. So there's a lot of different options. And it's similar to a CSA box, which I don't remember what that stands for, but certified, I don't know. Anyway, it's where you can get groceries delivered straight from the farm. So this one's a little bit different. It's a virtual storefront that partners with a bunch of different local farms, small local producers across all the Hawaiian Islands to get the products to the people at like an affordable cost and efficient to really encourage buying local, sustainable.
Yeah.
But one thing FarmLink does, and it's a new nonprofit, and I'm just in love with them and I want them to succeed, is that they partnered with the Bucks, which is a local program that basically says if you are on food stamps or EBT, it's also known as EBT, that if you buy local produce, basically everything is 50% off. So your money goes further because produce is always more expensive than chips, and then buying local is always more expensive than buying imported, which is silly. But so it's to encourage that. And the other thing that FarmLink does is they take EBT, which is fantastic. And so because I work in social work, I know some of the hospitals, as part of their discharge planning, they go and see if people need connection to resources. And some of the resources that are offered are normally helping you sign up for EBT food stamps. And at least one of the hospitals I know of now offers to help people sign up for FarmLink so we can get people access to those groceries.
Yeah.
Healthy, local, sustainable. Yeah. So I think it's really great. And they have mango and lychee and lei and all sorts of wonderful things. And they bring it right to your door, which makes your life so much easier. And this is just the whole episode is just going to be a FarmLink commercial.
I love it. Maybe I'll send it to them and hopefully they can repost. But yeah, when they drop it off, like the delivery guys are so nice.
They're so nice. They're wonderful.
Yeah.
And actually, they just had an update last week that now, before, people who had got food stamps, you had to be home at time of delivery, and they just passed it, so you no longer have to be home, which just makes it that much more accessible for people.
But then you can't interact with the fun delivery guy.
You can still be home if you want to.
Oh, okay.
It's not saying you have to leave.
Oh, okay.
It just is another option that makes things that much more accessible for people, which I love.
I love it. We stan FarmLink. So that's a great segue into section 3, which is about fruit. Are you ready for trivia question 3?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been doing great, so I hope I got this one right.
Yeah, you're 0 for 2, but I'm confident in you, Auntie. I have a strong feeling you're gonna get this one right, and I don't even think you need the multiple choice.
Okay, let's see.
Trivia question 3: which fruit, though widely associated with Hawaii?
Pineapple.
Yes.
Okay, finish the question.
Which fruit, though widely associated with Hawaii, is not native to the islands?
Pineapple.
Correct. Good job. Surprise.
Yay.
Pineapple is originally from South America, not Hawaii. They were introduced to the islands in the early 1800s. However, they became a major industry thanks to Mr. James Dole.
And that's a whole thing.
Not sure how we feel about him.
Not great.
Yeah, not great. But basically, he started the Hawaiian Pineapple Company in 1901. By mid-20th century, which is like 1950s,
okay,
Hawaii was responsible for over 80% of the world's pineapple supply. Today, pineapples are no longer a dominant crop, but they're still a strong symbol. Like, you think tropical, you think pineapple, right?
Right.
I know you probably have a lot of thoughts here.
I have so many.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, why we were like, we don't know how we feel about Dole is because he was one of the businessmen that contributed to the
banning of hula?
No, well, yes, in sense, but the illegal overthrow of the Hawaiian government and monarchy. He was part of the
that sucks.
Businessman. Yeah, so problematic. And then the whole exploitation of the land and all that stuff. Now, the people who own it at this very moment, are they them? No, but it's It's all very complicated. But to be fair, the pineapple that's grown in Hawaii is the best pineapple that exists. Like, you know, when you're eating pineapple, most of the time it hurts your tongue. Mm-hmm. It's because of like some enzyme or not bacteria. I think it's some enzyme.
It's like too citrusy.
Yeah. And so often when you get the pineapple that's grown in Hawaii and eat it in Hawaii because it's had more time to ripen, I think, it's so much better.
Yeah.
So good.
I think we can all agree any fruit grown, well, tropical fruits grown in Hawaii are like better if you're in Hawaii because they have longer time to ripen.
Yeah. I think that's like part of the push to like buy local, eat local wherever.
Yeah.
Is because things are always better.
Yeah.
Fresher and given the appropriate time to ripen instead of trying to be shipped.
Yep.
I went on deep down a rabbit hole the other day about bananas.
Oh, really?
And how the shipping of bananas. I didn't do this by myself. Okay. I didn't find the YouTube videos. Thanks, Sean. You found them. But yeah. And then there's the whole banana wars, but that's a different tangent. That's a different episode.
Well, you have a banana tree.
I do have a banana tree.
Ice cream banana.
Yes, which is super cool. And
yeah.
I love it. And it makes me really happy.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this at first, but each banana stalk, it grows super fast because it's like a weed. Mm-hmm. It's hollow on the inside, more like bamboo.
Oh.
And so each stalk only fruits once.
I knew that.
And then you have to chop it down, which is
it's
a lot
really
of work.
sticky.
Yes.
Yes.
So I didn't know that. And then the plant just keeps expanding and expanding and expanding, and it's taking over my yard.
I know.
But I love it, and it makes me really happy. And I was going to say something else about fruit. Oh, before the pineapple industry, like super crashed, or it just stopped being as popular. I know a bunch of people who like that was their first job. So my ex-mother-in-law, that was her first job. My friend Lonnie, like a lot of different people, that was everyone's first job, either like picking pineapple or working in the cannery.
Yeah.
And then I think we're probably going to get to it is then how that contributed to local culture.
Oh.
And
Pidgin.
So am I jumping ahead?
No, I didn't outline Pidgin, but I would love to talk about it.
Okay. So basically because of pineapple and sugarcane and the other agricultural industries that I'm probably forgetting, there was a lot of like people who moved to Hawaii from the Philippines, from Japan, Korea,
Vietnam.
Yes, to come and work on the plantations.
Yes.
And because everyone spoke different languages in order to communicate to work together, the Pidgin language was created, Hawaiian Pidgin.
Yes.
And I personally think Pidgin languages are super fascinating. They're like languages out of necessity. So
yeah.
There's so many different versions. There's like a Louisiana Pidgin.
Whoa.
There's Yiddish, which is the Eastern European, like Jewish Pidgin.
What?
It's all combinations of different languages. But there's also Creole. So a Pidgin and a Creole are both like combination languages.
Yeah.
But basically a Pidgin language isn't an official language. It's just like a language hybrid necessity. Mm-hmm. But a Creole is when a Pidgin language turns into a real language, which means like it has its own grammar rules. It has first generation speakers. Mm-hmm. It stops just being a mashup and becomes its own thing.
Yeah.
So even though Hawaiian Pidgin is called Pidgin, it's actually a Creole, so it's actually a real language. And I think it's really cool.
That's cool. What's your favorite Pidgin word?
I think when we use a fair amount, well, obviously I use keiki, but I don't think that's a Pidgin word. I think that's Hawaiian.
That's Hawaiian.
Yeah. And so that's one of my things I run into is I don't know if something's a Pidgin word or a Hawaiian word. So, one thing that I think we use the most in my house is shishi.
Oh, yes.
Which means to go pee. Go to the bathroom.
Which sounds better than pee, honestly. Right. Shishi.
Right. And it is not Hawaiian. I don't know I know I looked it up before, but I don't remember what language it's from.
Well, in Chinese, shishi means guardian lion.
So probably not Chinese. And let's see, the one where we always talk about too is lychee versus lychee.
Let's make that the poll, you guys. Is it pronounced lychee or is it pronounced lychee? Lychee, 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 lychee.
And yeah, everyone who lives in Hawaii is going to need to go and vote. Can I vote multiple times just to make a point?
No, but you can make your kids vote.
Okay.
And that will be 3 more votes. 3 for you total.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
I used to say lychee, and then I moved to Hawaii, and people are like, huh?
Yeah.
And so now, because of that need to like fit in and appreciate the culture, I now say lychee.
Yeah.
And then my kids will correct people who say lychee, which I know you have experienced, Lena.
Oh, yeah. Sadie has been like, actually, lychee, it's not lychee. And I explained to her, look, on the mainland, we say lychee. And she's like, well, you're wrong.
Yeah. Also, I was correct or advised more recently that it's better to more PC to say continent than mainland, but I'm still adjusting to doing that.
Really?
So I only remember to do it like 50% of the time because
Good to know.
It's saying that like, oh, well, the continent is Maine. It's more important.
Damn it.
I know. And then there's also outer islands versus neighbor islands to say Honolulu versus the other, or Oahu versus, I know. It's always a learning and growing process. And
Okay.
I think all the things probably that we think we're getting right now in a few years will be like, actually, we're really inappropriate. And we're like, we're just trying our best.
Yeah. We're always learning.
Right.
Transferring us back to the fruit discussion, which was this
God, it's my
section.
favorite.
On the topic of fruit, we cannot forget to mention the fave, mango.
Mango. I love them so much. You know, before I moved to Hawaii, I didn't think I liked mango.
Yes, because here they're different in
Right.
the continent.
Yes. Oh, nice. Well done.
Thanks.
And then my neighbor where I live now has this amazing mango tree. And I think she must have just given them to me or something. I don't know how I remember eating, like decided to eat one time. And oh my gosh, they're so good.
Yeah.
Even with the other mangoes I've tried, this is my favorite type of mango. I think it's the Hayden mango, but I'm really not 100% sure.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, it's a different sensation eating a Hawaiian mango or a mango from Hawaii, grown in Hawaii, than continental mango. It's like so juicy. It's like imagine the movie Jungle Book. Do you remember when Mowgli is climbing on the tree and he eats a mango on the tree and it's like just all over his face. It's dripping down his face. It's so much juice. It's so flavorful. He looks so satisfied. I never thought that was real.
Right?
But it's real.
It is. Are you talking about like when I introduced you to the concept of a beach mango?
Yes, beach mango. And also because you always make your kids eat fruit outside because it's so messy.
Yes.
But yeah, beach mango. When did you decide the best place to eat a mango was at the beach?
I think it was probably one of those times that I had way too many mangoes on my counter from my neighbor and like, oh no, I need to polish through a bunch of these and eat them before they all go bad.
Yeah.
So I just tossed a couple in my beach bag to go to the beach and then was like, oh shoot, I don't have a knife or anything to cut this. Okay, I'm gonna peel it like an apple. And I know
Like a banana.
Yeah, oh yeah, like a banana. It's like I know technically you can eat the skin, but meh, I don't want to.
Yeah.
So the Hayden mango are really nice because they have a thick enough skin that you can peel it like a banana and mostly stays intact. But it's so messy and there's just juice everywhere, all over your face. I feel like a feral creature like Mowgli.
Yes.
When I eat it, which is fine because you're at the beach and you can either be standing in the water when you eat it or just get in the water after and rinse yourself off because you will be covered in sticky orange juice and they're so good.
It's so good. And then after rinsing off, you have this like hybrid flavor of salty mango all over your skin.
Yeah.
And it totally does stain your skin.
It does. And your swimsuit, potentially.
Yeah. It's amazing. So out of all the fruits in Hawaii, even if they're not native, right? What's your favorite overall?
Lychee.
The lychee. It all comes back to the lychee. We're in lychee season.
We are. It's a really short season, and I heard it's not such a good season this year because of weather, I think. So it's basically just started like a week or two ago, and it'll go almost to, what's the holiday at the end of the summer? Memorial Day?
I think
Veterans Day?
so.
Labor Day?
I think Labor Day.
Okay. It'll more or less go to that.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the ones in Hawaii are grown on Big Island.
Mm-hmm.
They're so good. Because it has such a limited season and limited growing area, they're so expensive. I will blow my whole shopping budget. But again, not so much because of FarmLink. Thanks, guys.
So when we were there, or when I was visiting you, we went to Chinatown and we went to, what's that place called?
They're my favorite. My bag that I use is a bag from them with mangoes all over it. They're women owned.
I love that.
Family run.
Sunchong.
Okay, Sunchong.
Sunchong Grocery.
Yes.
Amazing. But don't say we didn't warn you. We spent $40 on a bag. How many lychee, how many lychees were in that bag, you think?
I don't know. It must have been less than 2 pounds. I don't know. Let's say 50. I have zero concept. I'm so terrible at math.
Okay, no. I think there was at least like 80 in there. 80 lychee, $40, $2 lychee. Each lychee? Am I doing the math wrong?
Math is wrong. I think that would be 50 cents a lychee, more or less.
Anyway, lychee are expensive.
Crazy expensive. So good.
So good. So worth it. Lychee are also a great beach snack.
Yes.
Because they're super juicy and like squirt all over you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just go rinse off in the ocean.
Yes. There's also longan and rambutan, which are similar.
Love.
See, my opinion, I'm like, nope. Don't. No. You're just going to be disappointing because you're not lychee.
I like the longans, but yeah, like I know when I eat too many lychee, I get a sore on the top of my mouth. So I have to pace myself.
That's wise.
Yeah. Cool. Well, those were all of my topics. Shall we wrap up into the conclusion?
Wait, I have a question for you.
Oh my God. Is this a trivia question?
It is, but Okay, hold on.
I'm ready.
Okay, I was about to say, I didn't think of multiple choice.
That's fine.
Okay. What island is known as the Forbidden Island?
Oh my God. It starts with an N.
Yes. Ni'ihau.
Ni'ihau.
Wait, and I said that wrong. Ni'ihau.
Ni'ihau.
Yeah.
That sounds Chinese.
Maybe it's how I say it.
Ni'ihau. Yes, that's the Forbidden Island. No one's allowed on it.
Right, except for the family that owns it, which is, I think, called the Robinson family, maybe?
White people.
Right, who have owned it for a really long time, like 100 years. Mm-hmm. I think maybe more. Definitely more. And then descendants of the people who lived on it when the land was purchased.
Right. Who knows what's going on there?
They recently got electricity on the island within the last few years. It's really cool. You should look it up.
Yeah, that could be a whole episode in itself.
Right? I got obsessed with it one day when I was doing a research paper about abortion access in the state of Hawaii and can you access this on every island? And I didn't want to be really doing what I was supposed to be doing, so I went on a whole deep dive about Ni'ihau, and the answer is you can't really get access to abortion on Ni'ihau. You have to leave the island.
I see.
But it was purchased by the Robinson family for, I believe it was $10,000 and a grand piano.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. And that family doesn't even live there.
There's 2 living descendants left, 2 male heirs that I think they're in their 70s or 80s, or botanists, maybe.
Okay.
And I don't know if they live there, but maybe they go back and forth, but it's definitely very controlled and interesting and problematic, but there's also something to be said for that it's a time capsule of Hawaiian culture, which is cool.
For the native people there? Are there native people there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the Olelo, the Hawaiian dialect on Ni'ihau, is very different from the Olelo Hawaiian spoken today elsewhere. It's much more similar to the one that was from that period of time.
Which was the early 1900s.
Or earlier. I don't know.
Wow.
Someone should look that up and let me know.
Okay.
And And so, like, that's a really interesting time capsule and, like, the way of life, but also it's still owned. Like, everything I feel like we've said about Hawaii, it's very nuanced. Like, there's so many facets to it.
Yeah. Okay, let's do a wrap up. Thank you for that fun trivia question reversal on me.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite thing that you learned during this chat? Or talked about, since I guess you already knew all these things? No,
Except
you got...
I got all the... Yeah,
you got
questions wrong.
2 trivia questions wrong. So what was your favorite thing that you learned?
Okay, so let's see. I learned about Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned and was reminded about Pele at the Kilauea volcano. But you know what? The thing I am determined to remember from this is the Naupaka flower.
Yes, because...
Yeah, I've been told it so many times, and this is going to be the time that I remember the name.
Yes. Perfect, Naupaka. I will never forget because those are the people in my book.
Okay, and I need to read this book also when you're done.
Yes, 100%. Okay, did you have fun?
Yes.
Good. Yay.
Did you have fun?
Nope, this was the worst one ever.
I'm so glad to hear that. That was my goal. Did it traumatize you at all?
I'm traumatized.
Great, because now more job security for me. Thank you.
No, I'm just kidding. This was really fun. Thank you for listening to the show. This is Trivia Tangents, where we cover various trivia topics. We have new episodes released every Thursday, which I like to call Trivia Thursday. I'm Lena, and special thanks to our guest, Auntie Sarah, for sharing her awesome insights and trivia tangents about Hawaii, farmland, mangoes, all other aspects of Hawaii. We loved it. Thanks for listening.
And learning.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a 5-star rating or thumbs up, follow or subscribe, and share with a friend. For bonus content, you can find Trivia Tangents on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and of course, all podcast platforms under Trivia Tangents Podcast. Check out our website at triviatangentspodcast.com to purchase trivia starter packs based on these episodes. Perfect for hosting your very own trivia night.